Happy Monday, all. It's the February 2nd, so happy February. Let's see. Bob's going to take this over as I get everything set up on the Facebook side. Don't forget, go follow our YouTube page. Once we get to 500 followers, we will do a giveaway of some sort. So don't know what it's going to be just quite yet. And that link is in the description. So I'm just going to do some sharing and we're going to go. Go for it, Bob.
We're going to talk about hot mamas. Guys, hot mamas there's still some in stock. There's a lot of the senior ones. We got to get on those, start selling those if you can. Those things are hot. Rachel will vouch for it. She was hitting it well. This is the U-Trip one. This thing's awesome. All the guys are hitting it yesterday. It's absolutely amazing. 16.6 in the barrel, and on the hands was 8.4. It's got good weighting. It feels great. We were mashing the ball good the other day. Dave's bat's also, it's on fire, guys. This thing is going good. Guys got to get this. This matte finish is amazing on this bat. These are all in stock, FYI. All sizes, I believe that's good to go. Also, After Darks, my understanding is they're shipping soon, if not already shipped. Got mine. Got a whole bunch. It's got numbers on it. This one's a 16.6 and 8.5. This is a 25, though. This is Teresa's. As soon as she gets better, she's going to start coming and hitting. We all miss her. We all wish her well, and we all know my new personal favorite bat. Yeah, I'll probably get yelled at for this later. This is the monster. Guys, coming out soon. This bat's incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's a one-piece version of Dave's bat with a bigger barrel.
I can't wait to swing one. I haven't swung one
yet. This thing is ridiculous. I really love it. 17.5 and 9.4, 9.5. Wow, I love this bat. I really do. The guys on my team, the guys that hit with me on Sunday, falling in love with it. We got Dave on tonight, it sounds like. We're going to have him. We should have some pretty good information from him. He's all moved to Georgia now, where it's all nice and beautiful sunny weather. Not. When we also found out, was it Thursday? We got today. Everybody found out today that they're going to release or Wednesday, they're going to release the autism bat. We saw pictures of it. Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah.
Leslie has been killing it with the designs.
Absolutely. The design on that thing is that's the best one. Best one yet. I mean, I said that about the Hot Mama U-Trip one, but she outdid herself. That one's now my new current favorite. Until the next one.
I was going to say, until the next one.
Until the next one. BP balls. Hey, guys, I know we practice. I know I talk about it a lot. Sunday, we hit almost 700 balls on Sunday with BP balls. I tested every bat that we hit. Not one of them dropped in compression. I mean, I keep my balls inside, just like Dave preaches, keep your bats and your balls inside or in the garage or a heated area kind of thing. Mine are in my garage with 2 oil heaters. They don't get down below 70 degrees in that garage. But again, 0 damage on bats. BPing with regular balls nowadays is just foolish. Uh-oh. And it sounds like he's coming on. Again, 0
He's dark, but he's I think he's on.
We can hear an echo on him. Sounds like he's coming on. Again,
I don't know what happened.
He's got background noise on.
Can y'all guys?
This is awesome. No, we don't see you.
You're the man of mystery right now.
That's not on me. That's on y'all. Sorry.
No, it says you're just a black screen right now.
Yeah, I have it too.
Turn your camera on.
Are you talking to me?
No, I swear.
Out this stuff.
I'll be suspended by Thursday.
Yeah, no, we can't see you, Dave. You're just a black screen, and you sound really far away. So.
There.
He's gonna try and come back in, so we'll let him do it. I think it
Well,
sounded
just like me. Remember, I told you with the new camera, I got to actually click that button now to kit that because my screen was black.
Well, I think he's at the office because I did hear a cha-ching.
Oh.
So.
See?
So, Dave, are you using a webcam?
No.
No.
Oh.
You notice you heard Tammy, right?
I did.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
I know when every time I log in, I have to go to the little microphone and do the drop down for a picture. I mean, for the right mic. So. And you were on earlier just fine. Twice.
Oh, yeah, I was on early. That's how come I already got all of that hooked up, and I don't know why it's doing it.
It's because you're on our podcast, so it wants to be difficult.
I know you didn't like.
Murray's saying that you never look so good, Dave.
That's gotta be Murray Williams. I know when my brother Brandon.
Yes, Murray Williams.
Me and Brandon did a lot of bonding last week. You know, he's my new bestie.
Uh-oh. Murray's been dropped down to number 2 spot. Oh.
Why is the camera? I was trying to get the camera back on.
Can't hear him now.
I know.
You want to go on my phone?
Let's leave and come back in.
Okay. Look, it sounds like Dave's gonna leave again and try and come back in. They're having some technical difficulties, which happens. We all have that. Yep, still a blank screen. It's the first technical difficulties in Georgia for you.
Yep.
Nope, sorry, was texting somebody.
It's all good. They're just trying to work on the screen still, and
we got people ordering bats. You know, West Coast is taking care of a whole bunch of people's.
Yeah, the drop that they showed the autism earlier just went nuts. So.
I'm gonna leave completely and come back in.
Okay. So while we're figuring this out, Bob was saying it a little bit earlier, and when I was on hitting earlier, we still have a lot of bats in stock. So if you guys need something, make sure you hit up me or Bob, hit up a rep. It doesn't have to be us. We say hit up any, and make sure that they're actually a rep. I know there is at least one person out there who constantly claims that he's a rep, and he's not. So make sure he's a rep. If you guys have any questions, you can always verify them through the office.
Yep.
Because it's just, I mean, I would hate for you to get, problems with bats when.
Or a dishonest rep. Somebody's thinking, there he is.
Look at you.
See, I had to take over. I had to take over. Don't let it fool you guys. I had to take
Tammy, you can suspend him on Thursday. It's good.
See, Cage's not even watching this. See, I had the other backup phone sitting over here. Hang on, let me see if I can get this in here. It's so tight. There you go.
Move it a little bit more. You had it good.
That's good right there.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, this thing is flimsy, but go ahead.
As long as you don't bump the table, you should be good.
Well, I got the tripod on the table, but it's okay. There you go. I'm ready now.
You're ready now?
I just there you go. Perfect. Now I'm ready. I see the new shirt.
I love it. I have it on order.
So how you guys doing?
Good.
Warmer than you, it sounds like.
Oh my, you know something, man? I don't know. Somehow Jeff does this though, right? In Vegas last year, it started raining for the first time, and I get up here and it starts snowing for the first time. Not the first time, but I'm here, and I think we had 6 8 inches of snow on the ground the other morning, and it was like it was bad. I'm not used to this. I'm from Texas, San Antonio.
Well, I said hell was freezing over because you finally moved.
Definitely, yeah. It's a little bit of a shock for me, but in a good way, because I met a lot of good people last weekend. Come by the tent, just ask a lot of questions. The one thing that I see a lot out there is, a lot of seniors want to get educated, and a lot of seniors want to know. And I know you guys are doing a good job of it on that West Coast. But and we talk about the movement, right, guys? And I think what's happening is a lot of people, across, the United States is starting to understand about, fitting for softball bats. Not just seniors anymore, but not just seniors anymore, but the U trip. And then like we were down with me and Brandon Murray last week, where I spent some time with him. We got to do a little bit of bonding, and I wasn't lying. We got to do some bonding, and he knows a lot of people that I knew back in the day playing softball. Mm-hmm. And he was out of Louisiana, I think, in a Houston area, Beaumont, and I played against him a few times, and I remember him. He was a pitcher and could hit the ball a mile back then, but I think he's gotten, I guess because he does all the nutrition stuff and all the workouts, he's gotten stronger. I pitched to him the other day. I tried pitching to him the other day. He is one guy that's hard to pitch to, but he was hitting. I just watched him. He's hitting fly. He impressed me where I just turned around and started looking at him, and all he wanted to, he just like, throw him another one. Mm-hmm. He's very, what I like about it, he gets locked in whenever he hits. Not too many people out there, and we talked about this. Not too many people take batting practice serious, and I think everybody he talked to about that, take batting practice serious. You're not up there just playing tennis, going back and forth, and that's just volleying back and forth. Put yourself, and he talks about this too, put yourself in game situations when you're hitting, that way you get that, you get that repetition of being in a tight spot. That's how come, okay, Bob, whenever I praised whenever you were hitting that home run hitting contest. So what that does, right, and a lot of people don't understand, is that sets you up for games going forward. Like it doesn't matter who's talking, it doesn't matter what the pressure is, because you've done that, right? So if people would just get in those things and just, I know it's, they get, anxiety, a lot of people get anxiety doing that, but if it's, how you beat your anxiety, start doing the same thing that you have anxieties about over and over again. So it kind of takes the edge off a little bit. And that's the same thing when you were up there hitting. So when people sit there and, they say things, that just goes in one ear and out the other to me, because, if you just training, a lot of it has to do with training too.
Oh yeah, and Brandon's great at that, where he says, BP with a purpose. And yep. I think that phrase is so amazing, because you see some of these guys that just want to go out and try and hit 400 or 500 foot shots, which, I mean, you're not going to do that in a game all the time, because you may not have home runs to hit.
Yes. So. I tell you what we turned into, and me and Brandon talked about this, and me and Jeff talked about this last night, right? So really late in the morning. What the technology has done to a lot of people nowadays is they don't have to hit the gym. They don't have to get out there and do any kind of training. Back in the day, we had to train, yep. To hit a ball long. 5'9" me. To get up there and play with those guys, I was in the gym, doing a powerlifting routine every week for years to get to that level, right? So what this technology has done, and it started with the composite bat, was make a lot of people lazy, But what we have is, get back to your point, is we have a lot of people that want to hit the ball far that haven't done it in a while. So we put out this, as a bat company, we put out this technology, and guess what? We're the creator of that.
Yes.
Think about it. We are the creator of that, because we're putting bats in people's hands across the board, like the balanced bat we talked about today. What happens is they never hit a ball as far. I'm only talking about us. that's it. But they haven't hit it that far. So what do? They get out there and they lean a little bit. You know, Brandon and me, when we'll talk about people, you don't lean. You actually drive that front shoulder down. Don't let it put you the technology nowadays. Don't let it put you in a bad habit. Right. Basically, that's what we don't want you to do. But then again, we're out there. We're a back company. You know, back in the day, bigger, stronger, faster. When it came to athletes, you know, we're trying to build the best product out there. Not only, here's another thing too, is not only about distance with us, because we go deep when we do our research and development. We go really deep. It's about consistency. We want the high batting averages. Not no. We want the power, right? We want the power, but how far do you take the power, right? Because we have a limitation on the power, right? In other words, you get your testing done, and we have a limitation, so we can push it to that right there to that level, because Jeff knows how to do that. So we push it right to that level. He's right over here, so I'm looking at him. So we push it to that level, but not only that, there's a formula on consistency. That's what a lot of people don't understand with bats. They think they can build the top performing bat and let everything else go. No, there's consistency. How good does the bat swing? If it swings good and you get that fluid movement, what happens? You get more base hits. You can control it. You don't get barrel drop. That's what we focus on with open across the board. You know, it's all about power. Yes, we can build a power bat. And a lot of people can build a power bat, but through weight distribution. I'm going to send you guys in the other room. Do I have to send you in the other room? I will do it.
Don't mess with the HR lady. Come on.
Yeah, she's over there. Hey, she's over there listening just in case I say something. If you guys know, here's the deal too. This is what's going to happen because she's here, right? Watch everything clears up for me. Watch everything go. Right? They're going to go, I don't like the new Dave. I don't like the new Dave. Y'all guys got to bring the old Dave back. Because she's standing there, she just stared at me like, okay, I'm going to watch what you. Hey, back in San Antonio, she was upstairs. So she was upstairs, you know, doing her own thing. But she had the computer in front of her. But by the time she got to me, it's already done. My mouth had already opened up and already said things.
Well, see, now you're under that probationary window, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like your probation officer is here.
How did you know? Because today they told me at the office I'm still on probation. How long probation? How long you'll be? Infinity. Yeah, infinity.
I mean, at least it's only probation and not suspension, right?
That is not right. That is not.
So it's a standard 90, right?
Yeah. So what we do here, and a lot of you guys, you know, I'd like to, whenever y'all guys are down here and we can talk, but what we do here is we're not just building top performing bats. We're building bats that raise your batting average. And if you guys deny, that's just what we do. You deny. I could come up with 5 different reasons that the DDT models was just so good. You know, because they swing very fluid. They come around fast. They hit that ball, the middle, that ball to right field with power. Because you don't. And I talked about this last week in Florida. You don't have to open your hips to generate power anymore with a DDT because they got dual distribution. It's got weight in both the up above the connection and on the end cap.
Well, so I was talking to a guy who can hit the ball hard and hit it a mile, and he said, you know, I've never been able to hit. He's a lefty, never been able to hit the left field line.
Ever.
Like he goes, that's been my weak spot. So he has a DDT in his hands, and he goes, watch this. And just bam, line drives down the left field line. And I said, now when you go play all these guys that you've been playing against and for, they're going to be like, where did that come from? And he goes, it was so easy to hit that backside now.
Well, with consistency and with authority, right? That's what we're seeing. And that's when we were doing testing on it, what had happened to us. Because the guys that wanted to go oppo, I can't go oppo. I can go oppo if I got 2 strikes and I have to just slap it over there. I can go oppo. Are you telling me to cut it off? Is that what you're doing?
No, I said I can't go oppo.
Yeah, I can't go oppo.
Can't go oppo. I don't want to hit oppo.
Jeff wants so bad. Jeff wants so bad. He was so upset that you didn't have him on tonight. So he's like over there watching me, hoping that I pass out or something.
Just tell him to get a chair behind you.
Yeah,
you're good.
Pass out from talking too much, and he just jumped right in, kicked me to the side, take care of me. You know, I gotta be passed out. It's my.
I mean,
every time he's looking, problem I'm going to have up here because he's watching me like a hawk. Did y'all see him today? He was waiting for me to fail so he can get in there. You know the argument we had after I got off this morning? Who had the most views, right? And Leslie did. We already talked about that. Leslie had the most views.
Yep.
So it's a battle between me and him. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would have to concur. Leslie has the most views on any of my podcasts ever. I think it was 12,000.
She cheats.
No.
Oh my! You're only saying that because she's sitting right over there.
No, we were
No.
on it. Her and I did that.
True story. We have the statistics.
Hold on.
We have the stats.
Hey, I got boss lady in the house, and y'all bend the knee. That's what I see right now. You're bending the knee because boss lady in the house. Come on, tell the truth. Who gets more views?
Hey,
I'll push that button. I'll push that button.
Well, that's your loss then.
I'll push that
Yeah.
button.
You're gonna get more views if you put her on.
See? Leslie, killing me. I'm getting ready to push that. I'll push that button and start a podcast right after y'all. Right after y'all. Okay, quit it. Let's get serious now. Y'all messing up.
I said I promised lots of laughter on our podcast.
Hey, people are going like, hey, who is this guy? Who is this guy? What is he doing?
We don't want to disappoint our fans.
It's great. It's great to be here. And here's the deal, too. I always knew that this area was softball capital of the world. I really still think it is. I think what's going to – now, I'm not talking about players, how good players are. I'm not talking about that. The East Coast – the East Coast is softball capital of the world. I think the West Coast comes in and Texas comes right in after that. But performance-wise and players, I love Texas. I think Texas has got a great group of guys that play senior ball across the board, and I think Texas always have Texas as being the top players when it comes to softball across the board. But I really do love the East Coast. I mean, it's awesome. We can get out here and hit a lot. I've got a schedule this is my third podcast today.
Yep.
And I think I wish the weather was a little bit better, but from what I hear, it rains up here quite a bit, but then again, I'll do that. I can take the humidity, but it's just so beautiful here in Savannah, Georgia too. So that's the one thing that I really do love. And
like on your second podcast today that you took my advice and did the double screen when they were.
You mean stole it?
See, I don't know if that was your advice or I might have told you about that a long time ago.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not going to let you take credit for that one.
Nope.
Because I said use this platform that we use.
When did you tell me that? I don't remember that.
It was early December.
When you're 66, when I'm 66, like I have the short-term memory loss. Really?
There's these peptides for it. Salonk.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Nad Plus.
I'm on it.
And Moxie.
Yeah, it actually does help. It's like limitless. That's how come I can get up here and joke around with you guys and just spew off numbers, right? I don't miss a beat. I'm on it right now. I took a big dose before I got here.
I'm gonna say Rachel was right around December 6th when I was there because that's when we did it. It was like a couple days after.
Yeah. So how you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good.
You got any questions?
Well, we got tons of questions for you today because people have been, blowing up our phones and asking questions left and right.
Yeah.
So my first question for you is when you guys were doing the BB Corps and you guys had the kind of hit off with Brandon and Scobie versus the two high school kids.
Yeah.
Was it like their team decision when they decided to go to right field, or just the one kid all of a sudden looked up and go?
Who told you that?
We saw it.
Did y'all watch the video? Okay. How does it? Okay.
Who cheated?
What happened was Kenny Scobie was out there, and Kenny Scobie's kind of a little up in age, and Brandon's up there and up in age. They took advantage of senior players, is what they did. Them kids did. So Kenny Scobie and Brandon Murray, I was the video guy, right? I was the talking, I was the video guy. It wasn't my job to sit there and see how far the fence was. I just know it was far, right? So these kids, I'm not kidding, they got this hit off going. So if you watch the video at the beginning, it says if you guys beat the two senior guys, y'all don't have to run. But if you get beat by these guys, you're gonna have to run all afternoon and all of a sudden, okay, so they got the big boys up there hitting, and y'all guys seen how big them kids were. And when I was videotaping, and all of a sudden, I think one of the other kids got up there first.
Mm-hmm.
And he cocked that tee a little bit to right field. So I kind of glanced over, like, what is he doing? And then Scobie hit like 2. I think they screwed him. I think Kenny hit like 2, and they said he hit 1. I thought I saw 2. Kenny thought he hit 2, but then again, doesn't matter anyway. So
they're gonna blame old eyes.
Yeah, well, Kenny was trying to pull it, so he set it up and was trying to pull it, and that other kid I think hit 1. So I thought Kenny beat him, but then again, it's all totals, and Brandon was going to be the anchor because in the Bombers, Brandon's always the anchor, right? So he's got that middle. You ever see Brandon play? He's got
locks.
Locked.
He locks. Yep.
Yeah, y'all were out there. He gets locked in. Don't like talking to anybody. Don't bring your kids around him whenever he's out there hitting because you don't know what he's going to do.
We saw it at the Bombers.
Yes, he gets locked in.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, that big kid comes up and he turns it all the way to right field. So I go, what? And on videotape, I go, what is he doing, right? And I was on a tripod. So I look up and it was 345 where Kenny was hitting. It was like 330 on right field. So he hit 15. And all of a sudden, he hit like 4 in a row.
Yep.
So in total, they had 5. So Brandon gets up there and he hits his first. Y'all see it. Brandon gets up there, he hits his first 2. I will say this, and then he had to hit his last one. And Brandon tried going that way, but he didn't go that way enough. So his last one, I think, hit the bottom of the fence. But I will say this, Brandon hit the furthest. He hit the furthest ball out of all them kids out there hitting. And it went a long, I'm saying it was 400 plus off of a tee. And Brandon hit it to right center. He didn't hit the right, but he hit the right center. And then kids were like, if you see that one where them kids were like, really shut up, like, oh okay. And they're like, and you could see them, the kids were like, okay. But one thing Brandon said was this, and I saw it too, is the respect that we got from the kids, because we did take that bat out there, and we let them hit it. That's this one right here. This is the BB core, and this is a 31 that I just picked up, and I just want to show you guys. But this is the one they're hitting. They love the graphics. Thank you, Leslie.
Yes.
They love, yeah, he's amazing. They love the graphics on the bat, but this is it. And what
Albert Velasquez.
Yo, son, I'm on live.
Yeah, that's my kid. And I don't see, they don't ever watch my kids don't watch. The first one was my daughter, second one was my son. They don't ever watch dad on podcasts. But the one thing that I'll say is great group of kids as a high school. And that's what Brandon does. He goes around to these high schools and just introducing our brand, which is the new baseball bat. I will say this, and I have more video coming out on these kids for the next like 5 days. I did a lot of video, about 2.5 hours worth of video. Everybody loved the bat. Everybody loved that bat. And they were comparing it to the top 3. One guy said it was better than, I really don't want to name any bat names, but on those big bat companies out there that have that market, they were comparable to the top bats out there. And that's what we were out there doing. We got interviews. I think Kenny Scobie interviewed about 5 kids and got their opinion because they're just having pitched, somebody pitched to them, and they're in a cage. So they had the cage running with one bat of ours, and then they had the outside where they're behind the plate, and they're hitting with that one too. So hit with another bat. Everybody loved the bat. What we're trying to do now, because we are new, and if you guys remember this, with the USSSA market, we kind of didn't hit that hard. We hit it hard at the beginning, but it's because we're so new in USSSA back then. It's just put it in their hands and let them swing it. And you guys know that because you're reps, right? You're top reps we have out there. And what you guys do is you just put the bat in the person's hand. Here, just swing it. And you let the bat do the work for them. That's what we're trying to do with the BB core, because look at what happened to U-Trip right now. Well, we got a 300 profit increase on all of U-Trip on our demand. Our U-Trip are going out the door. Remember when the seniors were going out the door? Seniors were just blowing up. Now it's U-Trip. And then we're trying to do the same thing with BB Core. And we're doing that same model, the way that we do things with the U trip. We're doing what we first started doing with the senior, and now we're doing it with the U trip. And now the BB Core, that's the same thing we're doing. It's going to put in people's hands. That's what Brandon's there for. I'll tell you what, I've gained a lot of respect for Brandon because he talks to a lot of people. He knows everything about baseball, BB Core. He knows everything about softball and the bats that he swings too. Wealth of knowledge. And everybody gets along with him. He's a little intimidated at the beginning when he was out there with the kids, but when he got out there and started swinging off a tee, everybody like gravitated to him.
Yeah, he has that personality. Everybody just wants to be around.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen in the kids' eyes. And I'll put out more video on that later on. You guys can see that. So yeah,
you said,
they did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. And kids hit the right field because they didn't want to run. And then tell us about it. They didn't say time, Kenny, time. Why don't you just go to right field? They didn't do that. They're like, loudly, don't talk. But then kids loved it. I had a good time. A lot of electricity in the air when it was around them kids.
And that's what's awesome, right? It's just the energy and you're saying Brandon's such a wealth of knowledge. When he was here, as we're driving back and forth from the field, it all of a sudden he's like, okay, I got some trivia for you. And I think it was the one that I couldn't get, which I knew as soon as I tell you the answer, you're going to, be upset. What Major League Hall of Famer has over a 300 batting average with 2 strikes? Only one to do it.
I got it. I guessed that, and he was shocked.
It got to be Tony Gwynn.
Yep. Yeah.
And I didn't get that from Jeff. Dude,
Yeah, you did.
I knew it was Tony Gwynn. Why do you got to steal my thunder like that? He does it all the time.
You asked him.
I was a big Tony Gwynn fan back then. He put in the work too.
Yeah,
he did. That guy put in the work.
He did add in left-handed hitter, so he started, giving some of the hints. But then he gave some football trivia too, so he's not one-dimensional.
He's high up there on strikeout. I mean, he's high up there not getting striked out. Tony Gwynn up there without getting the least strikeouts on through the year. So I actually watched him during the day. I didn't watch a lot of baseball back then, but I watched him because I loved him. I mean, he was quiet, didn't talk a lot, didn't brag, didn't bump his chest, didn't do all that stuff. I mean, I loved him. He was an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's a no showboat guy.
Yeah.
So we got lots of questions today too about the autism bat you guys showed. Obviously, I mean, you knew that one was probably coming. But
I thought at the end though.
We can do it at the end. We can do it at the end.
Well, see, I've got all these bats here, and the autism bats are way at the end.
Okay, we can do that one at the end, and I can give you all the questions.
About any other bats? We are show Porch. We do have a lot of the bats out there.
We get questions about everything all the time. So trying to fit everybody and stuff. So
I'm only messing with you, right? I'm only messing with you. What's the question about it? Go ahead.
So the first question, which was answered when the post came out, but that it was a limited run, and I said yes, and people don't always watch or listen to some of the podcasts, and they just start asking questions.
Yeah.
But I said it's a limited run, but Dave and Jeff said this balanced DDT will be here to stay. But the autism version is limited. So.
Yeah, so anybody that does across the board, anybody like us, okay? We always do limited run on autism bat or like fat guy military, fat guy BP, bat. I mean, we do limited runs on a lot of those. And what happens is whenever Jeff comes up, because he is the guy, when he comes up with a design that is not like anything else, we'll start it off as something like this, right? Because this is the balance / unloaded. And reason he came up with the unloaded, because it's a DDT. Mm-hmm. So it's actually got weight right in this area and then weight on the end. And it took him a while. He's working on it for a year, and it took him a while to get that weight where the hand weight was a little higher because of the DDT. It's just so hard because this is new. This is something that nobody's ever done with the DDT model. So he tried, he big demand on, you're going to do this with a balance bat, especially last year. So Jeff got it done, and he decided to put it out with the autism. And then after that, it's going to be around for a while. We don't know anything about it after that, but it's going to be the same design, just painted a different color and run it all the time. Because basically, remember, we had a balance bat out there with a 2-piece, but Jeff got away with a 2-piece because the DDTs were just so hot. And they were just built different. And a lot of people, there were so many pluses with the DDT model, like 5, 6 pluses with the DDT model, because it does so many things that a 2-piece bat doesn't do. So, and what he likes about it is the performance on a balanced bat, and it's a DDT model. So I love it. Hit it a little bit today, as you can see in the video today too, but it's going to be coming out as the autism bat. And after that's done, because from what we see today, they're going to go quick. They're going to go quick. Then, and this too. The problem with bats going quick is it's hard to get them out to people that showcase them for us.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do tomorrow. The bats are going to probably go out to a few people, but a lot of people are calling and saying, "Can you send me one? Can you send me one?" Well, here's the deal: when you have something. Because it wasn't a small run, it was actually a pretty big run, and we already knew that this bat was going to, because it was a demand for it. It was a demand for it. So that's why after it's done, it's going to come out about something else. But we'll talk to you guys about that too, and you'll know. So when you do your podcast, you guys can talk about it too, about the bat, what it's going to be named, and that's Leslie and Jeff that does all that too, and then what color it's going to be. But it will be the DDT. The DDT at this bat, because I did the weight distribution numbers on the day, and another thing too is everybody wants those weight distribution numbers. I'll put those up later, and you guys will see. It's our balance, because we have, when it comes to a formula with Short Porch, we build balanced bats the way nobody else does, because in my opinion, nobody else built them like we do. And I've said this, it doesn't matter if I'm here or not. I've said this through all my senior softball bat reviews. Now this is when I did your bat the first time. I said, now this is a balanced bat. When I did the baby blue, yeah. And I said, this is what a balanced bat should weigh like, right? And I think Jeff dialed it in, and he dialed this one in the same weight distribution as those bats as our balanced style are. Because a lot of people just wait. A lot of people, I say people, but a lot of companies don't dial it in like we do. And that's one thing why Short Porch is so successful right now, because you pick a balanced bat, guess what? You're going to get a balanced bat.
Right.
You pick a quarter ounce, a half ounce end load, you're going to get a half ounce end load to our specs. We're not going to go all up and down, So yeah, definitely. It's here to stay. It's just going to be called something different, but it's here to stay for a long time, because it's just so good. It's just so good.
There's so many people who want that bat, right? Want that balance. And especially in U-Trip, you see a lot of these guys. I mean, out west, I see the different trends in different parts of the country.
Mm-hmm.
But all these big, huge dudes are swinging in U-Trip 25-ounce bats. And the girls are all swinging the 26, 27, 28s. And then the guys are wondering why their bat is breaking, because they're using their 25-ounce bat.
Why do you see, I'll ask you something. Why do you see women swinging heavier bats? I talked to Andy about this last week too. I mean, you were supposed to have her on a podcast. We'll probably be another week, but one thing about talking to Andy is she gave an explanation on why she thinks, and I'm not going to steal her thunder or anything like that, why she thinks women have a different swing. You think women have a different swing than men, right?
Yes, because women have to use their hips in a different way than men do, because a lot of men are just all upper body, because you guys are a lot bigger up there. And have that.
Yeah, that's why you and Andy are with us.
Yep.
Right there. That's why, because she said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a totally like what I got frustrated with, and I know you did this too, was you had women picking up men's bats and thinking they can perform. Women are built different. A lot of men are upper body and muscular. They use a lot of their top end, right? A lot of women use heavier bats, right, to generate that power, and they use I can't even say it. No, I can't.
You can say it.
I
Do
don't want
it.
to get.
Just call it mass. They have more mass right there to do it. Go for it.
I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so,
They
but
use their whole body.
they use their whole body, right?
It's biology, right? Like it's just
That's what it is.
physiology. You have different, body structures and that kind of stuff. But here's another theory into it for you too, and it's an issue that I had coming from fast pitch to slow pitch.
Yep.
Is had to go heavier because if you look at a lot of women, especially ones just coming out of fast pitch, their hands are quicker than most guys. So it's to slow them down enough as well, because you got to slow down with the arc instead of, a 70-mile-an-hour rise ball coming at you.
You know why? Because we talked about this the other day. You got to have resistance.
Mm-hmm.
When you're swinging a bat. I was talking to Brandon Murray about this, and Brandon agrees. When your hands are so fast, a lot of people think you're just going to pick up a balanced bat, and then like you're talking about, they need something to slow them down. Well, what slows them down is the heavier end load, because you got to have resistance when you push.
Yep.
You can't be all just way out in your front foot, right? Because that's why a lot of the conference guys, or a lot of senior players in their 40s and 50s won't pick up a 25 ounce, right? Because there's way, Mr. Kessler does the same thing. He's just way out in front of it, pulling it. So we were talking about this with Jeff the other day, and he needs resistance. I need resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't pick up a lighter bat and just fling it. So your theory is 100% right when it comes to the fast pitch, because their wrist, and they train for this too out of college and even out of high school and even at a younger age, is they train for those wrists to be quick, because they got to be, can't use a low body. So it's just like everything's popping with the wrist. So they come out stronger. So you need heavier bats to actually slow them down. 100% right on that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. I mean, there's even a few guys out here that are swinging 24s when the 24s come out, and I'm just like, you guys aren't. Yeah, you have fast hands, but you're not getting anything behind it, and that's why you're not getting. Like, you have to get that sweet spot.
Well, that's somebody like with you. That's somebody coming from fast pitch and going to slow pitch and know what you have to do. And then you could put people in different. Like we talked about this privately off the phone, is because you want certain bats for your girls, and oh no, she can't handle that bat because she needs this. She's got to have some resistance, or she has a big lower body, big legs, right? So she uses her legs a lot more, and not that much upper body. Me and Andy talked about that a couple of weeks ago too. But y'all are the same. Y'all think the same when it comes to that, because a man's swing is different than a woman's swing, so you would fit them different with a bat.
Right.
Definitely.
Well, and you've been around, Tammy playing, Zena playing, coaching all them too. Is you coach a woman with their swing.
Stop. Okay. Tammy, yes. Zena will say, I never taught her anything. So Zena would say that, right? I never taught Zena anything, but
you're gonna get in trouble by
Zena.
Zena.
I never taught her anything. But Tammy, here's the deal. Tammy, when she came out of college, fast pitch, all she did was, because she was so fast, she was a slap hitter. She would go middle oppo, right? So I told her, I said, okay, this is what I want you to start tomahawking. But Tammy right now is a great tomahawk swing. So I got her when she was, what would be like 17? I got you. She was 24.
Dave.
24, I know.
And Zena,
24, guys,
guys,
I'm joking. She was 24. Well, I got her when she was 24, and I started telling her, well, she started playing softball, and I started teaching her the tomahawk. So she got that 5-6 hole down, and they would pitch it high to her, and she just hit them line drives with the shortstop. So yeah, you can being around women at such a young age, and I had a couple of teams too that took national. Me and Mikey Garibay took a couple of teams to national championships, and we coached them. So yeah, being around women helps what I do now. You being around women and men helps what you do now. So definitely it helped because you've experienced it and you saw it. You're just not new to it. So that makes, it's just knowledge that I picked up through the years on that too.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely.
Which, you'll see a lot of these guys trying to teach their girlfriend how to hit. And I look at it, I'm like, man, you are teaching them, if it's a 6'3" guy that's 215 pounds at least. And that's not 90% of women.
Totally different swing. Or the tall guy with the long arms is trying to teach his girlfriend or his wife how to hit.
Well,
different Mechanics.
And they say swing like I do, and that's just not going to happen.
No. And here's the deal: what you want to do when you're doing this, you want to model, you want to get the basics down. Is what you want to do when it comes to swing, right? And then hone it. Now, people are built different, so you have strength and you have weaknesses, and you're only as strong as your weakest link. So find out what your weakness is and work on it. I learned that in powerlifting, right? You're only as strong as your weakest link. Same thing to do with softball. You know, you want to work on that weak link that you have. Find out through, here's the deal too, find out through a bunch of people. Go to a bunch of people and say, because, you know, there's no one size, like with bats, there's no one size fits all anymore. There's no one training that help, you know, does everything, right? I have training books and, you know, things that I've written down that won't help somebody else. But because I'm 5'9", I've got my arm length, so I can do things different than, you know, a long arm guy. I can bench more than a long arm guy. Doesn't mean I'm better than him. It just means that I have the equipment to do that. Same thing with softball. You got to know their strengths and weaknesses, and then you got to train them to those. That's how come, like when we start doing this hitting clinics with you guys, that you know this already. You'd be primed for doing that on that West Coast, to talk to people. Okay, you know, it's no longer getting in there and training one routine. That's the problem that I have with a lot of these so-called, you know, hitting clinics. You just can't train one method. It's the same thing. You just can't give somebody one bat. You can't give somebody one program when it comes to training and expect them to do it. And it gets stronger doing it. You got to find out their strengths and their weaknesses. How tall are they? You know, Jeff will go up to a 10 and he'll talk about people, like he'll look at him and go, I want this bat. And Jeff's like, no, you look how you're 6'5". You know, that you don't want that bat. You got long arms. You don't want that bat. You're not an explosive hitter. You're more of a loopy swing, because you notice a lot of the girls and guys that are tall and long arms, they got a loop swing. Very seldom they're so powerful from point A to point B. The smaller guys and the smaller girls are more powerful with that upper body. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's like the one guy that I was telling you earlier with the DDT. I mean, he's, like I said, big, tall guy, and he has that long swing. So we're like, okay, this is the bat that's going to fit you. And somebody's like, well, he needs a heavier bat. And I'm like, this is what he swings already. So to put him in this ounce in this bat, here, swing this one. And he's like, I love it.
Yeah, and that's what's good about you two guys, is y'all can fit too. I was fitting all week last week. Well, the 3 days I was here, and people would come up and talk to me. Even in the demo day, I was at the demo day, and guys were telling me, like, hey, you know, can you watch my swing? And what kind of bat speed do I have, you know? And then I watch their swing for about, they'd hit like 20 times. And I'd hit them, I'd see their first 5 swings, and I'd back up and I'd start talking to somebody. And then he's done. He looks at me and goes, well, you're not looking at my swing. I said, man, I got your swing in the first 5 swings. What bat speed do I have? I said, you're a medium. I wouldn't go to a medium slow. You can actually nibble on that medium high. But we build bats like that. So, you know, we're getting them narrowed down to a medium low and a medium high, basically. You know, and our compression is spot on right now. You guys know this. We talked about this off camera about the new bat, the new anti-aging bats are actually holding compression a lot longer. And you're getting top performance. And Rachel, you ought to know this with the girls, is you're getting down to a 150 compression. And tell me how that bat swings. I sent you those bats are hot at that 150 compression. In the past, I couldn't hit a bat that was 150 compression. You know, I couldn't do that. I'd give it to somebody. You know, now I can, because it's just so responsive. The barrel is so responsive from our new tech that we put into the barrels.
Well, we'll even go back to the old tech. So I had Gen 1 OG that I hit at the long haul bombers, and they're hitting 50s out there. And it tested at 140 the last time I had tested it. So I went out and hit my 10, 15 swings, whatever it was. It actually, a little crack got into it, and it actually tested at 150 after.
And you know, you guys have said this too, but I'll say it right now. You guys that do these compression testing and get down to that 140, 135, 130, don't get rid of it.
Yep.
Don't get rid of it. A lot of guys are going, oh, it's down to 130. Okay, in the past, okay, I can see you getting rid of it. Don't get rid of it. If you guys get down, okay, if you haven't, and who cares if you get tested? If you're legit, who cares? I'll walk into a tournament bat, and I'll be hitting at a 150 compression. Now, let's say I get to the end of the tournament, that thing goes at 135. We're going to take it. Then take it.
Yep.
I didn't do anything. Just take it. But that bat performed very well for me. To that, especially with slapping the ball, taking off my swing, because you can slap a 135, 145 compression. It'll just, especially the ladies and the older guys, the 70, 75, 80-year-old guys, or 65, 75-year-old older guys, they can just sit there and just hit P-rods through the infield at 135 compression. So don't get rid of it, guys. If you have a short porch only, if you got one of our bats, you compression test at 135, just don't get rid of it. You know, take it. If if you didn't do anything to it, if they take it, who cares? We'll give it back to you later on anyway. You know.
Well, and remember, most compression testers are plus or minus 25, right? So their compression tester could be off a little bit.
Well, plus with our bats too, you don't know how many it's going to gain when you rest it. You know, I see so many guys, because our bats are so high tech, I see so many guys out there taking, 40, 50 swings with them now, and then wonder why when they compression tested right after they hit, it fails. Well, you put 40, 50 swings on it, put your cheek on that barrel. Jeff Kessler, will you quit? You put your cheek on that barrel and it's a little warm, right? It's just flexing so much. It's flexing so much, violently flexing. So definitely. And then you test it later. We did this the other day, tested later, about 24 hours later, 12 hours later, and it bounced back. Not bounced back a lot, but it bounced back on us.
Well, it also depends on where people are keeping their testers, right?
That big. I learned that in San Antonio when I had the tester, Jeff's tester in San Antonio. I had it in the garage, and then I found out later on I couldn't keep it in the garage. Or when I put it in my truck and I went to go, I would take it with me, and I would never, like Murray would actually ask me to have it, and he'd ask me to say if I bring it out. I made sure that tester was put away where it wasn't in the sun, because you carry it in that box, right? Make sure that box didn't get heated up. So we would fill the tester before Murray would do all those compression tests, because Murray is that guy, right? Yep. Murray is that Sheldon Brainiac guy, because what he is. And he's got to have everything just in a row. And, he's got to mark down the compression. Now, if this one's too low, he gets rid of it, because Murray's bat speed's a lot higher than mine. And plus, not only that, he has leverage too, and torque with Murray. If you guys watch Murray swing, and I've known this for years, I haven't talked to him about it, but he torques his right before he hits it. Watch his hands just, he just torques it really good there. But he's got to have his compression where it's spot on. He was going to Hawaii. He was going to Hawaii. He had to have all of his bats tested before Hawaii and take the ones that were in his compression range.
I tested them.
Yes, so that's another thing too.
I tested them several times with Bob at Long Haul Bombers after he hit a couple of them too. So he knew exactly where they were from Long Haul Bombers to Hawaii.
I think I tested them like 4 times.
But to be successful as Murray is, right? Murray Williams we're talking about. To be as successful as he is and won as many awards in the Hall of Fame and MVPs and all tournaments, that's almost what you have to do with bats, right? And we just happen to have a bat that holds compression for a long period of time, is very responsive on his swing, on everybody's swing too. But he picks himself a bat to his physique and his age and his plus and minuses. That's what short porch has turned into across the board. And I think when they dial it in, you talk about Murray, Brandon Murray earlier, about dialing it in. I mean, a lot of seniors out there dial that bat into them. I baby, you ought to see me hit my bat. I baby it. And then I have 2 of them that I take to tournaments with me. One's a little higher compression, the other a little lower compression. I don't swap back and forth, but I'll use my gamer. And if something happens to that, I'll jump right into the other one real fast. I don't take, like somebody that I know, I don't take a lot. Yeah, go ahead, laugh. I don't take about 5 different bats, all short porch, to a tournament. You can do that though. You're that freak where you can do that. Not too many people can do what you do across the board and carry a high batting average. So I always used to preach.
We're playing Sunday or Saturday, and I got my all these were my petitional gamers up here on the wall. That's the theme for the week. So I'm going to take the One Hot Mama, the Wig Popper, and the Egg Pie, and then I'll take this Halloween scared I have out there that some of the girls just fell in love with. I think they're gonna fall in love with One Hot Mama even more.
What you are is an exception to the rule, right? So a lot of people can't do what you do. So I can't do what you do, not even close to do what you do, because I'm so anal about my swing, and it's got to be spot on. I got to have a certain amount of drag when I push it, like a certain amount of resistance when I push it. If I'm off a little bit, yeah, it's just going to take me a game or two to get my timing down. If I jumped into a balance bat, if I jumped into let's say going from a DDT to a one-piece bat, it'll just take me a little bit to get used to it, you know. And I don't want that 1 or 2 outs to hurt me at the end of the tournament, because we may have one. I'm still anal about the 1 or 2 outs, so I'll stay with the one that I got me there. Basically, is what I'll do.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, and Jeff's sitting right there, so he might want to weigh in on this one, because this is one that I had a little discussion with Dennis Julin today. So I went out and hit. Is exit velo more important or carry when you to help choose?
That's a very good question. I don't know if me and Jeff have the same, huh?
I think it depends on who you ask.
I don't think me and Jeff. Let me explain what I think, and I'll tell you what Jeff kind of chimed in and said what he thinks. I think that you can get exit velo from point A to point B, right? From up to 100 to 150 feet. I think your exit velo can be tremendous, right? But to get carry, you need end load. You need that mass on the end. I had a guy that told me this. I had a guy that said this about 2 years ago to me. He goes, I watch your BP lives. Hey, where are you going? Don't be running off. I got these BP lives, right? And back in the day, and they said, I only watched when the ball goes from when you hit it to about 150, and then I just turn around and don't watch it anymore. And I go, no, you want to see that carry. You want to see that ball wiggle a little bit. You want to see that if you cut it, right? You want to see that ball where it gets, I say this a lot, gets that extra gear, right? So exit velo, think about it too. The most balls that are hit up don't have a high exit velo. Yep. The balls that are hit down up the middle, they have that high exit velo. So guys, Jeff's going to chime in on this one too in a minute, but I have not been that big of a fan on exit velos, right? Just like back in the day, I'm a big fan of compression testing because because of the bat speed theory, right? The bat speed matches the compression testing, you know that. But exit velos, tremendous exit velos, but if you don't have that Magnus effect, there's so many things that go into it. If you don't have that Magnus effect, you're not going to get spin. So that's like saying if you have a low exit velo and you get that tremendous cut spin, ball will go further. So it's a false sense of, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a false sense of what you're doing. And, I hit that 105-mile exit velo. It does play into the role, but it's not the whole equation to the formula.
Right.
Well, yeah, and he kind of touched on what I wanted to say, and the whole missing link to this is spin rate. Spin rate is probably the most important of all of this, and nobody's really looking at the spin rate. And this is something with Dave and them, and we're doing baseball. And I'm not sure, Rachel, how much y'all looked at spin rate and fast pitch, but it's real important in pitchers and everything in baseball. We always look at spin rate. We have the tools, and we do look at this behind the scenes.
Right.
This is something that we will have Dave implementing and kind of educating people on. However, the spin rate is the missing denominator. And I mean, this is what y'all are talking about. The missing link to it all is spin rate. So this is where, spin tech, obviously for the cut hitters and just people who, like, I talked to Dave about the little snap at the end. I see Dave do it. Who else were we talking about?
Murray Williams.
Yeah, Murray Williams, about how they snap off at the end. I don't do that. And you're generating more spin rate and you're getting carry. And of course, wind has to affect with carry everywhere you play. Right. But this, spin rate is something we're going to be showing more of, and it's scary. When we start talking about it, it scares the hell out of people.
Yeah.
Because it's something that associations haven't looked at.
Mhm.
They, to my knowledge, are not real knowledgeable about spin rate and on what the new tech is doing with spin rates. And we want to be educational, but we want to be careful about how we
Right.
release this. And we will. But spin rate is the missing link to what y'all are looking at. It's why, exit velo isn't the tell-all. It's not
Yeah.
the tell-all. That's what you guys see.
Yeah.
And that's what he sees with the unload versus the balanced bats. But our balanced bats have enough mass according to, what weight you're swinging and these kind of things. And if you're swinging a DDT, the DDT models perform better in a 25 ounce than anything we've tested ever of any bat. Nothing even comes close to a 20. If you're swinging a 25 ounce and you don't swing a DDT, you're not going to get the performance. You're just absolutely not. Nothing will beat a DDT in a 25. Now, this isn't 26, 27, 28. I'm talking about 25 ounce.
Our DDTs, like he's talking about a 25 ounce across the board, all the bat companies.
Yeah.
Our DDTs perform better across the board than any other bat company. We think that.
Yeah. Anything we've looked at, a 25 ounce, if you swing a 25 ounce, that when it comes to distance, and I'm not talking about 300 distance, we're talking about 350 distance and 400 distance. There's not many 25 ounce bats who will even touch that, and yet a 25 ounce DDT will do that. I personally would never swing a 25 ounce, not even in a DDT, but this is something we've tested and we know knowledgeable. If you swing the lighter bats, well, what's the number one selling weight in USSSA? Right now, we think it's a 25.5 ounce bat.
Mhm.
So, and the DDT, look at what it's doing. Look at what it's doing in the market.
Yep.
Because you can't get a bat to perform that light and get that kind of performance. So, we'll be trying to educate a little more on these things and touch on them. A lot of these things we have been learning throughout the last year, and we want to put it out the right way. And Dave will be doing that. But spin rate is a big tool that nobody talks about. And I know Bob's bat spin tech, and let me tell you, he does a great job of spinning the ball. I've seen him hit. So, it's just something where you got to have the tools, and we do. And how we release that information and talk about it. I was even talking about these things with the associations about spin rate. And I'll tell you, with the spin rates that are, on our bats, it frankly scares the hell out of people. And that's the difference. That's where the difference is. It's not the distance. It's not the exit velo. It's on the spin rate that nobody's looking at. And there are tools out there that's readily available to everybody. And it's done in fast pitching baseball. So anyway, that's my short version. I won't get into y'all's podcast.
And they do it in golf all the time, right? So golf is huge with spin rates, and that's how you
absolutely. And golf is something. Obviously, a lot of what Short Porch has done was based around what golf companies have done. A lot of things that ping golf clubs come years before us and disrupted the market. Like Tammy always talks about how we're a market disruptor. Ping was on the forefront of disrupting the market in golf and doing a lot of things like we do in slow pitch softball. And it's just, you want to be careful on, like I said, on what we release and when and the kind of information we release. So
we sit on a lot of stuff other than getting up here and talking about it. I will say this: within the next 6 to 8 months, we'll have a lot of machines that are out there that'll be with us, and like me and Jeff will start talking about that in another few months. But we're just not this. We're in it for the long haul. And you're talking about like exit velo and stuff. We know about all that stuff. It's just we tend to get really deep, especially sitting up here and talking like we'll do tonight again, and sitting here talking just about shot. And then we get really deep into it when we're talking about things that will just you'd be going, not you, but not you two guys, but any other body, I think would be going, boom, they just blew me away. And it's a lot to do with exit velo and spin rate, you know, and distance. I think that exit velo is great, but there's so many links that go into getting a top tier, a top performing bat. Prime example, you can get great exit velo. What is your consistency? Just to let you, I'm gonna leave it with that. You got great exit velo. So a lot of people think it's just like Jeff said, remember, thinks it's that one component. It's not. Let's say you got a 105-mile exit velo. Okay, how's that bat loaded? Is that bat loaded right? Why are you getting exit velo? It's because you got a 6 on the hands and a big mass on the end, and you're strong enough to swing it. So you don't know that, right? Let's say a big mammoth guy gets up there and gets great exit velo, but he's swinging a 7-ounce hand weight and a 18-ounce end load. Hell yeah, he's going to get great exit velo. Doesn't matter what the barrel is. He can have a thick barrel on there. So that's a false sense of that bat performing very well. So we look at exit velo. That's just a part of the equation. You got to look at weight distribution. You got to look at barrel flex. You got to look at handle flex, where the weight is loaded. You know, so those are all things that we talk about, that we think about, and it all comes to a formula. It's a link, it's a missing link in the chain that we put together, and we have put it together with the DDT models. Those are blown up, you know, so it's just not a simple question when it comes to that about exit velo.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I think y'all knew the answer to that. Y'all were just asking.
I know
it's come up.
Hey, that's how come I wait.
Y'all knew the
Okay.
answer.
She already
They
knows
already
this.
knew. They just wanted us
But
to say it.
But what she does like me, like whatever, like I'll ask you a question that I already know about, so she'll get you to talk about it. You know, so good job.
Yeah, I think for whatever reason in slow pitch softball, they seem to be behind the times. They're behind the times in technology. They're behind the times in how people look at bats, and it's a big market. Millions of players play slow pitch.
Right.
So why are things looked at so elementary in slow pitch when so many people take it serious? I know you guys, when y'all take the field, y'all take it very serious. So why aren't more people getting fitted for bats? I know y'all been working y'all's ass off trying to fit people in bats. Why aren't people using technology to fit for bats? And why aren't people looking at things more detailed? And I know all of you three are doing a good job of that already. And we're looking at details, but you got to understand, we can't give up so much of what makes us successful on a public forum. So
for sure.
I would, love to give you more stuff if we're talking offline. And that's, that's just part of it. So
You ran Bob off.
I ran Bob off.
You know what I did? I seen him doing this.
He said, no, you're not going to tell me the trade secrets. I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Like, man.
It's
no, I mean, and you can't tell a lot of stuff on public forums and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I can't. We can't say but so much in a public forum.
Yeah.
Well, and you get these questions all the time of, like, hey, so we'll look at this 110-mile exit velo. Okay, well, that's not the end all be all. Just because you can hit it hard once or twice doesn't mean, what's your consistency with it.
Yeah, and when you talk about the DDT that's really blowing up across the world, what bat increases your bat speed? Obviously, if you can grab a bat and it increases your bat speed, a DDT, and then you take a balanced DDT, you're awesome, man. If it increases your bat speed, that tells you right there, and it does. What other model would you pick up that you just know it increases your bat speed? Well, the DDT, we know, we've proven it increases your bat speed. So if it increases your bat speed, even if just a little over another bat, tells you right there it's going to be better. And then you have a bat that is, that keeps all the energy in the barrel. Have y'all ever had a DDT vibrate? Unless you hit it down here. I mean,
no.
It keeps all the energy in the barrel.
Wow.
I mean, we've only seen the one break too in that odd spot that I brought to Vegas, and we figured out that he probably in-capped it. Which I mean,
that anything that breaks down here on the handle, a lot of times in like wood bats, I coached in a a lot of wood bat tournaments if you end cap a lot of balls. And I'll tell you guys, and I'll say this, and I never really wanted to say it again on a public forum. When you talk about guys who hit a lot of balls, they tear up bats in the oddest way. And I'm sure y'all seen it. And you don't want to say it. You don't want to tell them, well, if you're hitting the ball down here a lot or right off the end a lot. I mean, obviously, wood bats aren't designed, metal bats aren't designed to do that baseball fast pitch or nor a slow pitch. So if you're kind of not to say anybody's a bad hitter, but if you don't strike the ball really well, it'll trash some bats, So, yeah.
I was trying to cut. I was looking over at Tammy going.
I mean, that's what we joke about, right? Is that, I couldn't find the barrel today. Because we all miss hit. But you just got to find the barrel and find that sweet spot. And the DDT, I was hitting some today just even off a tee. I'm like, I didn't even feel that. And the ball just jumped. And it's like, how do you even not feel it? It's just such a great technology, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a wonderful design that it just continued. It's been out. It's still, believe it or not, the DDTs are not even a year old in the market. Believe that? They're less than a year old in the market. They're a week or two from being 1 year old. And it is the most sought after bat in USSSA, I believe, right now from what we're seeing. And with the growth in USSSA, we weren't even prepared for it. We weren't prepared for, 500% growth in USSSA. How could we? We had the DDTs out during the summer, and, right now it's just taken off. And like I said, the bigger reason, as far as I can tell, is the 25s, the lighter bats and the DDTs, they perform like no other. And a lot of the USSSA guys swing. I know Bob knows. Bob knows tons of guys. They like the light bats, don't they, Bob?
It drives me nuts, but yeah. Mingo's one of them. He'll take a 24-ounce bat all day. I don't know why.
Yeah, and you can't beat these in the 25s, and that's just the facts. We've seen it, tested it, everything we looked at. You just can't beat a DDT in a 25.
And to be honest, they're getting great reaction out of a 25-ounce bat. They really, truly are.
We shouldn't be able to do that with a 25.
We knew the DDT was going to be good, right? Because we brainstormed on it.
Yep.
We knew it was going to be good. We didn't know it was going to be this good and have so many components that were actually mixed into it. That was a surprise because nobody ever built a bat like this. So we didn't know. We didn't see how it performed before. So when he put it together, Vegas 2 years ago, when he put it together, and we were surprised on how well. We knew it was going to be good. We didn't know it was going to be this good. On how well.
This was my favorite to date. I love the weighting. That 26.5, I absolutely love it.
Me too. I love the 26.5.
It's by far my favorite DDT to date.
Yeah, the first one to sell out.
Me, Dave.
Huh?
This is one that you sent me. This was one of the prototypes.
Yeah, it's got my numbers on it.
Look at there. That's badass. Yeah.
So
Long
I still
time
have
ago,
these.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
That was one of the prototypes that we sent you.
Yep.
Got numbers all over it.
Yeah, it has all your numbers all over it, and I'll still take it out and hit it off a tee and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing.
But yeah, the DDTs do great, and of course, getting into spin rate, the spin tech bats, our one-piece spin techs. Obviously, if you're that type of hitter who spins the ball a lot, they do great. And Bob will tell you his bat was spin tech. What else do spin tech bats do? They're actually more durable also.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's bat may have been more durable than the OG Dudleys that everybody raves about in thousands of swings.
1,650 cuts. 1,650 at 175. That's what it is right now.
I will take Bob's bat model against an OG Dudley right now. Let somebody bring them to the park. Let's go. Let's see it get more longevity and how hot it is versus that old bat.
Absolutely.
That everybody loves. Let's go right now, because you're not going to break that Bob bat in 1,000 swings unless you're a monster. You're not going to do it. And
we're betting now how many cuts we're going to get.
Yeah, and somehow, and I know we release a lot of stuff, and we are relentless at how we attack the market. Y'all, you guys know, we attack the market, and with so many different models so fast, and it's hard for like the Bob bat to really all the information to get out there long term, because there wasn't thousands made, and we didn't try to run one particular bat for 6 months. That's just not marketing today. If you look at the soda companies or the chip companies, you see all the holiday specials and the different marketing and the different brands. You see Funyuns even bringing out different flavored Funyuns all the time. You see all kind of marketing. It's today's world. If it was 10 years ago, that bat would have been revered just like that bat was. That OG Dudley that everybody's revered for being that hot and that durable. Somehow this bat gets lost in the calls.
It's definitely hot. There ain't no doubt. I'll tell you right now.
Hot, and
there's a pitcher in Virginia that even knows how hot it is. Yeah, I brought it up. Fine, sorry.
Yeah. So, guys, and I will say, talking about Bob's bat and the 13-inch spin tech that was so beloved, we're going to have another 13-inch spin tech signature bat come out. And unfortunately, it's not Bob. Bob will probably have one in the future. But 13-inch spin tech with our newest composite that we're putting out now on our latest senior signature player. I think you guys know who that is. And it's gonna be badass, and I'm sure he'll be.
Well, and his bat's always been a 13-inch bat, by the way. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah. So, and Bob's bat will be right there with the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, in the model from last year to this year, and I think even Bob can really appreciate that. So,
I can't wait to hit it. I really can't.
Yeah. Awesome. So you can look for that in April. But anyway, I bojanged y'all's podcast enough. Dave needs to take us to dinner, so we're gonna get him off here soon. Thank you, guys.
We got a few more questions. A few more.
Okay,
Go ahead with Dave. All right.
Hey, look, the viewership's dropping.
Yeah.
The viewership started dropping off when Dave left.
I was actually getting on the girls one. He's gonna get mad. Don't interrupt him. He's gonna get mad. You don't want to cut him off and start again. You start all over again. Hey, you guys thought I can talk? That guy can talk.
Oh, I know firsthand from Vegas. Trust me.
Hey, Bob, I was doing what you did a minute ago.
It was a slow nod.
Oh, no. I didn't do that because the guy, when he talks, you know what I like about it? The only guy that I ever talked as much as I do that I listen to because he has so much knowledge. Mm-hmm. And I'm like a sponge when he talks. I mean, seriously. I mean, he says stuff like, wow, okay, that's really deep. That's really deep, Jeff. Let's bring it back. You're not going to be able to do that. Let's just bring it back because nobody understands that. How can I put that into a podcast, right? Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Mike Masinko, how's it going, bro? He's watching.
He heard. Somebody actually texted him, said they're talking about.
He just popped on.
And Mike, I will call you tomorrow. I know it. I know. I need to talk to you about some stuff.
You're in trouble.
Guys, do I not answer the phone? I hardly ever answer the phone, right? So yeah.
Send him a text. He'll get back to you in 2 weeks.
I will call you tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about. All right, go ahead.
Bob, what'd you have for Dave?
Oh, no. You still had the one other question. I wanted to know about weight numbers on this. How much is here and how much is here?
Okay, that's the easy one because on a 26-ounce DDT, and it was off of my first run last year on the DDTs. It had that bluish looking asphalt color.
Yep.
I actually broke it myself because I had so many swings on it. I broke it myself. I got that because this goes down in there about that much, right?
Mm-hmm.
I broke it myself, and I took my weight distribution numbers, right? And I made that one right there. So I took just the shell without the handle, and I weighted on my weight distribution. It was 10 ounces here and 10 ounces there. So that's when we talk about only, okay, here's the deal, only on the 26 ounce. So I know when you go up in weight, the end load is going to be a little bit more, right? So the weight and the connection changes a little bit on your lower one, like the 25, right? Because I think mine was a 25, 26, 27, and 28.
So how does that work with the autism bat and a balance bat? Is it the same again, or is it slightly different?
Did you not hear Boss Man talk about?
Yeah.
Okay, you're
How
going to
much
get me
weight?
in trouble, Bob. Bob, you're going to get me in trouble.
Yes, that's what.
Okay.
Don't get Dave in trouble on his first.
Oh,
You're wanting the formula real fast here. I'll give you a little bit of it. Okay. You're right. And I know
everybody's asking. That's why I'm asking.
Very good question.
It's because of the unload.
So if you take this bat, right? You take this bat. So what you do is on this bat right here, it's the same. Okay, this is the bat, right? That we're talking about.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
It does to me, Bob. It matters to me.
Oh, now you got to go. Okay. Senior
right,
bet.
Hang on. This is your podcast. Whatever, Bob. I'll do it. I didn't know this is your podcast. Okay, let's say this, right? So what Jeff actually wound up doing was on a 26 ounce. This is a 26. So on a 26 ounce, you on this bat, you're gonna have on my bat. Remember, it was 10-10. On this bat, it's gonna be like 5-5.
Okay.
You know, it's gonna be like depending on the weight distribution, it's gonna be like a 6-6.
Okay.
So that's roughly around what the numbers are. But what you have is this part.
All the.
This part's higher.
Okay.
Right? Not a lot. They didn't want to put too much in it because
Right.
it takes away barrel flex. Right? But we can go higher in the DDT and the hand weight if you have two weights swinging. So
Right.
does that make sense without getting too much into it? So
Yep.
you can go higher in the hand weight if you have two weights hitting it, and that's a formula.
Okay.
So roughly around we went down on the weight here and went down on the weight here and up hand weight, which makes you a unloaded.
Unloaded. Okay.
Jeff did it.
Well, and that was the question today.
He unloaded the barrel and up the hand weight.
Okay.
Basically what it is. But I didn't get too far into it, but that was a great question. Yeah, I think a lot of people, because that's a balanced back.
Well, they didn't understand. Everybody kept texting, what does unloaded mean? And that was why we were trying to find out what is unloaded.
Unloading the barrel and up in the hand weight to get that balance. Basically what it is. With the barrel, hang on. With the OG barrel on it.
Okay.
With the OG barrel. Jeff's chiming in every once in a while. He's mad or something like that. I guess
Well, I think they want to go eat.
okay.
What it is.
All right, one more question.
Okay, one more. You got one more?
Go for it, Rach.
No, I think we hit everything.
Did we?
Yeah. Oh,
How do you like? All right. How do you like Georgia so far after one day?
Hold on. Rachel, what?
What weights did the autisms come in?
Oh yeah.
They came in
25 and 28.
Thank you, Jeff. Do you want to jump right on here? 25 to 28, right?
In both?
Even weights, right, Jeff? Okay.
Even weight.
Hey,
Both you strip
next
and-
time you call, just ask for Jeff.
I think we're gonna ask for less when we get more viewers.
I knew when I came here I was gonna have this problem. That's just proof.
Hey, you got the information in the sheet I sent to you.
Yeah.
Show
But it got mixed up because I was in Texas.
You got the
25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
How'd I like it here? As of tonight, I'm not liking it too much.
You got the information.
Still in my thunder, man. Still in my thunder. This is what you have to do with it. Hey, we go on live, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We go live Wednesday night. Yeah, think how that one's going to be.
You need that podcast studio so you can shut his mic off.
Oh, it's being built today. We're going to go live from either the office or we're going to go live from here on tomorrow. So, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm loving it, guys. As you can see, I'm having fun. It's great. I'm excited about what we have coming. I'm excited about being hands-on. And that's basically what, I'm here for, to get, we're going to be hitting sometime during the week whenever the sun comes out and it gets in the 70s. Next Tuesday, we'll be live. So we want to do Tuesdays and Wednesdays, maybe mix in a weekend when we're not going. We're going to Challenge Cup, right? At the end of the month. February 20th will be the Challenge Cup. I talked to some people today about going down there. I can't wait to meet everybody. And guys, this is the new thing that's going on. I'll be doing weight distributions numbers tomorrow on a lot of the bats that are going out. Even the USSSA bats too, and we're going to put those up on my website, so you guys can go to my website and look at them. Now, let me explain something to you here, guys, and you guys know this. You've been a part of Senior Softball Bat Reviews. These are my weight distributions. I'm going to be fast with it. Yeah, I want to be fast. So these weight distributions numbers are mine, purposely. So when I had a big following back in the day, everybody goes, "What's the weight distribution numbers on them?" Those were Senior Softball Bat Reviews weight distribution numbers, right? I did that on purpose because I didn't want people stealing my weight distribution numbers or what was the top performing bat. So when people were calling me back and going, "Okay, I gave those to our engineer and he can't find them," I said, "You think?" I'm not giving everybody the answers to the formula. So I came up with my own, and basically I do it different than what everybody else does it. But what happened over a period of time, everybody realized, hey, I'm just going to order about like that, and that you can get them pretty close. So basically, those are my numbers. That's how come they're going on my website. So that's what I wanted to clarify that. So when you ask another bat company, do you do weight distribution numbers? Well, no, because they're not theirs, and they don't know the formula to get them there. But like when I do a 17-ounce inload and a 9 on the hands, that's my number. 17-ounce inload, 9 on the hands, that's Senior Softball Bat Reviews that I've been doing through the years. And when you train somebody, or you taught somebody those weight distribution numbers, I don't want to go back, right? Because I got a big following, about those weight distribution numbers, and it actually took off pretty good. And Porch has implemented into that. But those are my numbers. That has nothing to do with their numbers. Okay.
All right. You're good.
Get out of here. Go eat.
Dude, they're not even in here anymore.
They probably went to the car.
I know. It's warming it because it's cold here, right? They're probably warming it up because we're going to leave without me. Guys, thanks for having me on. It was
Thanks for coming on.
Keep doing this, guys. You got to, everybody loves what you guys are doing, and you're doing a great job, Short Porch. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday when I talk to you. And if not, just like Rachel tells me every other day. So
I've been sending you messages, little pics, just making sure
I
you're good.
got them. They just left them. Rachel's always like,
don't need it. You reply when you reply.
I have favorites, and then I have those other people. So Rachel's the favorite. So she gets. I see you guys.
See you later.
Yeah, better get that out of there quick. That's what I thought.
He's killing.
I love him to death. He cracks me up.
Info. And we're just going to keep getting more and more info, more and more drops. So it's going to be awesome. So, like I said, most of our bats are in stock. Senior wise, need something, get a hold of us. We'll find out. We can ask when the balls are going to be back in stock. We didn't want to, take more time up on that. But lots of good info, and we're going to continue to get more info.
Side hustle information bats should be here. I think they said next week, possibly.
Yeah, so it'll probably be a couple of weeks. Same with, I think, some of the other new drops that are coming out. So just be patient. Don't try and guess. Don't try and ask. With all the storms back east is what has really held a lot of stuff up.
Yep.
So just be patient with it. Keep checking your tracking if you're missing something. Tennessee was really socked in with that weather. So be patient, please, through FedEx and UPS, and don't just go below.
And it's not our fault, guys. It's not Short Porch's fault. You shouldn't be asking for a discount. This is Mother Nature. This isn't, just relax and wait patiently, please.
And John made a good point. After darks are shipping, so the after darks.
They shipped today, yesterday.
So
they're getting them out.
Don't forget to go follow our YouTube page. It's in the link of the Facebook comments, or in the title, or in the description, whatever. So go follow that. When we get to 500 viewers, we're going to do a giveaway where we'll just put all the subscribers into a drawing and draw something. Haven't decided what yet. It could be 6 dozen BP balls. It could be a bat. It could be a glove. So a rolling bat bag. Who knows? We'll come up with something, and you know, if you guys really exploit it and go up to 1,000, maybe it's, you know, 2 different
Maybe
things.
it's 2.
So
Maybe we'll take first and second, guys.
yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight,
This bat is
and we will see you next week.
Yep. Have a good one. Tune in Wednesday. Jeff's
Yes.
live.
Lots of
Dave's
good.
live. It's Jeff's live. We've decided.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.